Okay, so just to revise our previous topics and all those things, some important points and everything, important topics. So let's talk about the standard background jobs. So the standard background jobs which we have to schedule, which we have to not the schedule, just to release from the SM36. That's it. So this will be released here. If you go to the SM36, so these are the standard jobs. So which will come as part of the system installation here. So these jobs will do the some cleanup activities in our SAP systems here. So in the jobs we have the types, right? Like user background jobs and the standard jobs. The jobs which we are creating, that is the user jobs, user manual jobs. So some jobs automatically will be there in the system to perform the some cleanup activities, some cleanup activities. So those are called the standard jobs, standard SAP jobs here. These jobs already there. Just what you have to do, you have to go to the SM36 standard jobs. Then you need to select it. Just click on the default scheduling. Then automatically this will be released as per the timelines here. So you can see there are a lot of there are a number of jobs are there here. Each job there is a purpose here. Each job there is a purpose here. You can see it here. So this job will check the spool consistency check. This job is for the table consistency check, BTC trans. This job is for monitoring. So monitoring purpose. This job is to check the active jobs, right? So like that, we have the number of jobs are there. There is a one important job, so which will collect the performance and everything here. This is a very important job. This is the SAP underscore collector underscore for performance monitor. This will collect the data to ST03 transaction code, workload history, and ST0 then DBA values and ST0. This job will responsible here to collect the performance of the everything here. So these jobs will run in the back end here. Some jobs are cleanup related activities, like to delete the old above dumps, the reorg above dumps, the batch input values, batch input sessions. So to delete the some jobs, old jobs means what is the period, retention period, which are older than maybe 12 days or 1 week, 7 days, 1 month, 30 days, last 15 days. There is the retention period for each and everything. So that will delete the old batch jobs, spool jobs, reorg, active jobs. There are a lot of background jobs are there here. So this will be released. This will come as part of the SAP installation here. If you go to the SM36, then SAP jobs, right? It will be starts with the SAP star. So then if you search it out, you can see these jobs are running in the system here. These jobs are running and active in the SAP system here. So this will run as per the schedule. There is a schedule, hourly schedule or daily or weekly. So there is a schedule. So this will run in the system here. You no need to schedule it here. So this job is very important. Collector performance, it will collect the values, it will collect the values of the your system and everything here, this job here. So this will collect the values of the, so in the ST03 n workload history, you are seeing the data, right? You are seeing the values of the data and everything, right? So that values who is displaying means your SAP, your that job is responsible for displaying the values and everything here, that job. So here you are getting the values and history, everything you are checking because of the job here. So if the job is not running, then values will not be displayed in our SAP systems here. A statistic listed. So here the standard jobs will be helpful you to do the some cleanup activities in the our SAP systems here. Okay. So that is the standard background jobs here. You no need to create it, just to release the jobs from SM36, select it, then just just do the default scheduling, that will be released, that will be released here automatically. It will show like the released status here. Okay, that is the standard background jobs here. So apart from that, So let's discuss about the some important points since since we are going to discuss about the Java administration from next week onwards. So just let's discuss about the some important points on the SAP basis administration side here. So here, as part of this one, so there are the few important tables, reports are there. Apart from that standard one, so there is a few important tables here. If I talk about the tables perspective, so here the USR02 is for the users. USR02 is for the user related information, users table, users creation, all those things will be available in the USR02. So TBDLS is for the logical systems related table here. Logical system related tables here. Then so TBTC TBTC star table, TBTCT and TBTCS. This is the so background jobs related information table here. So then so T000. So client related information. So if you go to the SE16 or SE11, then if you see the T000, then type the table name. Just you can fill it out. You will see the how many clients you have in the system. It will give the display details here. So if you go TBTC, so TBTC, yes. So then this is the background jobs, what are the background jobs currently exist in your system. So then all the information will be displayed here. All the information will be displayed in the systems here, TBTC star tables here. Total 52 jobs currently exist here, 52 entries here. So that is the TBTC star tables here. So then, so few tables like this, we have the some tables which are very important here. So USR tables, that is the users related, logical systems, background jobs, client. Then if I talk about the more about the table level, the T000, T001.
Ravi, quick question. So are all these tables only read mode access, or can we make any changes directly
We
on the
cannot
tables?
we cannot do any many changes here. We cannot do any changes here. Why? Because it's
Oh,
a system tables, right? We cannot do. System will update these tables. We cannot do any changes here. So we will not do anything here. System will take care of all those things.
can we do any changes from the database level?
But database level, yeah, some cleanup. If you want to do the cleanup, we can perform it, but we cannot add any entries from directly from the database level. Suppose if you want to delete something, we can delete it, but so we
So
can
for
clean up.
instance, so for instance on the other class, we need to do like the clean clients, right? So instead of going to SCC5 and deleting each client one by one in a background job, can we just like access to the database and just run the delete statement that will delete all the clients in one go? Is that
So
possible?
that's possible, but sometimes what happens if you delete, why? Because the client data will be there in all the clients. So, but if you delete from the table level, what will happen? Means you need to delete from each and every table, right? Client information will be there in the each and every table. You have the
Oh,
lot,
I see.
you have the tons of tables are there. But so suppose there is a client information table here. All the clients are available. We can delete the entry, just we can delete the entry from SCC4, but that will not delete the data from the table level. Why? Because each and every table, the client related information is there. I can delete this all these entries, I can delete it, but it will not delete the data from the table level, means all the table level. So it's not possible. So if you delete it
Right, that
also,
makes sense.
yeah, that makes
Right.
sense. So like this, we have some tables, suppose like some authorization related, some AGR star tables here. It is a authorization. Now you no need to remember, but those things are some important. That's why authorization and the roles related tables here, AGR star tables. So then CD HDR tables, CD HDR and CD POS. This is the change logs. Change logs. Normally for table level, we will enable the change logs. So this one will record the all the changes here. CD HDR. This will record the some changes about the table, the change logs here. So whatever the changes you perform, that will be recorded in the table level CD, HD, or CD, HP4. So that's why this table count will grown up here. It will be grown up. So it will give the clear information. What are the changes? So if you do any changes in the system, who did what changes, everything, it will be recorded in the in the table level. It will be recorded. So in the from which transaction code you use it to do the changes here. So you can see the clear information here. Clear information, you will get the clear information. So this is the table level changes here. Table level changes here. Someone did the changes here in SE01 here at what time. So all the information, what changes here, address they have changed it, I guess. So something it will give the some numbers here, that is called the CDHDR change tables here. This is to change document header table. So here all the change documents related information containing the what are the changes we made, specific objects in the system table level, all those things. So these tables will store the that related information here, change document tables here. So that is the CDHDR tables here. The second one is the DD 02L. These are the important tables. We have the lakhs of tons of tables are there, but so we don't need to discuss, we don't need to remember all those things, but few tables are there. So those are the important tables here. These are about the table definitions table here, table definitions table here, internal tables here. So which contains it contains information about the data objects in the data dictionary. What are the data objects are there that will be defined. This is DD02L. DD02L is the very important table also. This is also one of the SAP standard tables here. The tables related information. All the information will stay in these tables here. What are the tables are there? So the tables related information in the system. DD02L table here. Then we have the E070 table here. E070, then so E0 and 71 E071K. So we have the tables are there here. This is the transport related tables here. Transport change documents related means transport related tables. Transport related tables here. E070 and transport change request and all those things here. So E070, E071K. There is E070 tables. We will call it as the E070 tables here. Here, what are the requests? All the information will stay in our SAP systems here. Transport related information, text. So all the information, whether it is the workbench request. So what is this request here? So all the information will be recorded here. All the information will be recorded in the E070, E071K, I guess. E071K here. Yes, right. So transports related information, transport packages, what are the imported, all the information, it will be tracked here, right? That is the transport related information here. So these are the some important tables to take the backup during the refresh or before the refresh. Why? Because this one is not required. TBTC, I think it's required the background job tables, BDLS, USR02, AZR tables, right? CD, HD, this one also not required, change header tables and everything. Table definitions also not required. This one also not required. So based upon these tables, few things are we required. That's why so better to remember all those tables and everything here. Then so some tables like so just and so JC, I remember this one. This is like a change documents. So then It kind of like it store the some information. It store the some information. That's why I remember just just. Yeah, it store the some objects related information, but it's not related to the basis. You can ignore these tables. It's not required. So some just related information. Just you can ignore these tables. It's not required. We never use these tables here. So one more thing is the RFC DES. This is a very important RFC DES tables here. RFC DES, RFC doc, RFC DES T. So these are the RFC tables here. Means RFC tables here, which means so whenever, so if you go to the SE16, so whatever the RFC connections we have in the system, during the refresh time, we will take the backup of this RFC tables here. So RFC tables here, all the connections and everything, passwords, everything will be stored in these tables here. So here, if you take the backup or if you see these tables, how many RFC connections are there, what are the details are mentioned here, all the information will be available here. All the information will be available in the RFC desk table here. RFC desk, RFC doc. There are the four tables for the RFC. So RFC doc. So this we are getting the data from the table level here. This we are getting the table data from the table level here. Okay. So these all are the RFC destinations related tables here. Then T000 system client system information, TBTC, the jobs related tables that we discussed, right? So then the one more important thing is here. So TADAR, TADAR, repository objects is very important. So repository objects, we will never do anything. But if someone asks, well, because each and everything, whatever you do in the SAP system, that will be saved into the one of the table in the database level. So it's not like that you need to remember all the tables. Few specific tables we should remember to take the backups to the configurations and everything here. In that, these tables are some important TIDAR tables. So this one is very important. So it's related contains the objects, repository objects related information will be stored. What are the objects? What are the functional modules? What are the things we have in the system? So all the information will be there here in the system here. All the information. You can see how many entries are there, how many objects are there in our system here. It's like 3 millions, right? 3 millions, something like that here. RFC link names. What is that RFC link names? So this one. And also TSP, TSP 01, TSP 01, TSP, that is the spool request, spool request related tables here, spool request here, TSP 01. So TSP 01 spool related tables here. These all are the spool related, spool request number. All will be stored into the these tables here. TSP 01, TSP 02. What are the spools and all the information. So it will be stored into the TST 03, TSTC. So these all are the spool. So one more thing is like TSTC. Yes, TSTC here. It's a so all the basics tables here. Sorry, here it will be stored here. This is also tables related information only here. TSTC here. So TSP and the TST 03. These are the spool. Then TSTC here. Basics tables here. These are the basics related tables here. Then USR 02, we know USR 40, that is fine. Yeah. So like this. So if I recollect some other tables, long back, years back, so I remembered these names. TBTC, we know batch inputs, we got it. School TST 02 and message. Okay. Yeah, I think TST, okay. Let me CHBR, okay, TSTC. 070 we discussed. Okay. Then what left? I think this much, pretty much. So these are the
So what is the use of RDD IMP DP? What is that?
We completed the transports, right? That time I clearly explained it, right? All those things. Now you are asking the same question again. Okay, let me explain it. That's why you listen, everybody listen the carefully when I am explaining about the topics. Okay, so okay, this is your session to ask the question. That's fine. Okay, RDD IMP DP job. RDD IMPDP is the one of the transport import job. It will run, it will be triggered automatically. RDD IMPDP job here. So this job will run, will trigger automatically here to import the job, to import the job, to import the transports, to import the transports here. In case this one not running, this one is not running, then we have to go to the SA38, then 000 client SA38, then run the RDD new PP report. We have to run. We have to run this one so that the job will trigger. So you cannot manually trigger this one here. To run the report, this job will trigger. To import the job, whenever you go to STMS transaction code, then select the transport request, click on the import truck symbol, click on the import, then immediately this job, will run in SM37 to import the transports and everything here. Okay, in case of this is not running, there is a issue in our systems. So maybe we need to go to the SA38, we need to run this one, we need to perform these steps. Any other questions, anyone?
RFC connections, if it is linked to the transport, that is STMS connection, and if it is Solman, that is NWUC underscore. Like that, is there any connections to be identify?
Connections to identify means what?
Suppose in internal connection.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay, internal connections.
NW no. We have only 3 connections. Is there some go to ABAP connections once?
Okay.
If we release any transport, if we any configuration, we the STMS configuration is released now, that is linked with the RFC now. Like that same any linking connections is there in RFC.
Linking connection.
This is a TMS SWC. This is a transport connection. Okay.
Right. Right.
Solman is also NWUC underscore UC. Some connection is there.
Okay,
Like,
we have to create some connections will be generated by system automatically. Okay. Some connections we have to manually create it. For the integration time, we have to manually create it here. So to identify which connection is related means if okay, which connection is generated automatically means, then if you open it, then it will say, it will say here it generated something like that, generated automatically, something like that, we will get the information. So that's way we can find out. Otherwise, some connections are there. Suppose some connections are there. So suppose like if you see the HTTP connections, so here some connections are there. This we cannot identify which one is this. Why? Because which we have created manually. During the SLD time, manually we created. Some connections we can find out. Some connections, so some connections we will get like it's generated automatically, something like that. So some connections we have maintained the text, right? Based on that only we can identify. So this is connecting to the which system and its system.
It depends upon our activity. We are connecting the name. We are giving the name.
Right.
So, what is the partner profiles? How to we check the partner profiles?
So partner profiles means it's a W20, W21.
Yes.
So this will be helpful for the functional and the teams to process the any IDOCs or any messages. These partner profiles, they will create the vendors, some logical systems. So they will create it so that based upon the profiles, based upon the partner profiles here. So based upon the partner profiles, so they can process the, So messages in the interface level, IDOCs to the BW, so receiving the data. So all those things, what profiling to the vendors. So that will be happen. The data flow happen. I mean to say, if we want to flow, data flow should happen to the respective inbound and outbounds. Then you should have the respective vendor or customer should be partners should be created in the W20 and so W21 also here. In W21, we will create the so transactional RFCs here. So which we can create the transactions. We can select the port, then it select it here. So then here we will generate it to the respect to which system we want to send the data. Suppose like ECC, then ECC, so that we can create the some transactional RFCs, so that we want to send the any data to the ECC IDS through via this destination, we will send the data to them. So here we need to maintain the ports. Via these ports, then data flow will happen via these ports. So that's why we have to create the ports here in W20, W21. So if any customer or if you want to send the IDOCs or anything, IDOCs or any messages, any data, so definitely you have to maintain those system details in the W20, W21 we have to maintain.
Okay.
Operation modes I already explained, right? So it's like, okay.
Operation modes, no, sir. I mean, day activities, night activities, day and mode, night mode. Yeah, not done.
Maybe that other batch I have explained, I guess that one. Okay, so operational modes. Operational modes is the one of the concept in the dynamically without any restart. We can change the without any restart. We can change the work process means work process from dialogue to so like dialogue to background, background to dialogue. Normally normally in the organization with the small systems, we don't have the enough resources. What we will do, we don't have the enough resources. What we will do, so we will change the information, right? Suppose like example, so during the daytime, normally in the we will create the two modes actually, peak and non-peak hours. Non-peak hours here. Peak hours means peak hours means so during the business hours. During the business hours, we need more dialogue work process. We need more dialogue work process, which means we need more dialogue work process means so BTC or why because dialogue mode during the business hours, more users will log in. So we need more dialogue work process we required. So that time if you have the less background also fine. Why? Because jobs will run only on the night time, more jobs. So one or two is enough. One or two BTC work process are enough to process the one or two are enough to process the so those things like remaining standard jobs and some other any non-priority jobs it will process it here. So those we will call it as the non-peak hours. So that's the reason during the peak hours we need more dialogue work process. During the non-peak hours we need more BTC work process here. BTC work process, but our system is having the very less resources. We don't have any approval to increase the uplift the memory and work process. Then in this case, so what we can do, we can convert we can convert we can convert we can convert existing BTC work process to dialogue mode, and also during the as per the timelines also we can convert so then so dialogue to so BTC we can convert it here. Why? Because peak hours we need more dialogues. Then we have the existing 10 BTC are there. Then in that so 5 or 6 we can convert to the dialogue mode. Then we have the more dialogues and more users will log in. We are not going to change any system settings profiles, and we are not going to do. Why? Because if we want to do, we need to do the restart the system. In the non-peak hours we need more BTC work process. Then so night time we don't have much users here, right? Night mode, night where we don't have much users here. Then what we can do, we can change the night mode. We can change the dialogues to the BTC. We can change it here. So entire this configuration is called the operation modes. Dynamically, without any restarts, we can utilize the existing resources, means existing work process, dialog to BTC, then BTC to dialog, we can convert it here. So then in this case, so that's in this case, the transaction codes we can use it like RZ03, RZ04, then SM63. So this one we can utilize it here. We can utilize it here, right? So this is the we can utilize it here, right? So then this is the very point. So this transactional codes will be helpful here. This transactional codes will be helpful here. So suppose if you want to do it here, then go to the RZ04 transaction code here. So here we can see there are the peak hours and night peak hours. Two things are created here. Peak hours here we have the so peak hours. We have the more dialogues, less BTC. Then non-peak hours, so less dialogues, more BTC. So they are converted. They are changed this one here. So they have to do that one here. If we want to change it, we can change it. We can change the configuration also. We can change it here. We can delete it. So then we can reconfigure it here. So, but only rare cases, some customers will use this configuration here. Permanently, they will change the configuration. Okay. So then we can, so if you want to switch, if you want to assign the timelines in SM63, we can go to the here, then we can assign the timelines from free business hours will start from 9 or 10, then 10 to here, then peak mode during this time, more dialogues from here to here, then non-dialogue. Like this, we can set the operation modes, then we can, so we can convert it here. We can convert all those things here. You can see here, now it's a peak hours. So business, that's why you see BTC are 3 and dialogues are 7 here. Dialogues are 7 here. So then we can also manually also we can convert it here. Manually also the peak. Peak means 7 and 3. Right? So peak means 7 here. So we can also manually switch this one here. Manually change this one. There is an option. So we can switch. There is an option we will get switch the operation modes manually. Means system will take care of the automatic switch. If we want to do manual switch, then we can also do the manual switch also here. You can see the here we have the option. So then switch mode here. So you want to switch it. Now it's a peak hours. Already it's in the peak only. So then we can change. So now automatically in SM50, if you observe it, so all the work process 7.3, it's already 7.3, it's already changed. So it will be changed here. So here, whether it's changed or not, if you go to the SM61, here we can observe the so status here, whether operational modes are changed or not. Here there is a entry will be operational mode switch happened. That switch happened here. Here we will get the here there are a lot of runtime dumps and everything is there in the systems. A lot of dumps. Snap table system is not in good condition. Tables. Yeah, there is a log will be generated. So that log will tell us operational mode switch happened or not, which will tell us here. So this is the operational modes, means converting the existing dialog to BTC and BTC to dialog, that is called the operational modes. Okay, that is the operational mode concept here. Okay, so we can use the RZ03, 04, 63 transaction codes for operational modes. So this transaction codes here we will do the all the configurations, and here we can check the status here. Then in SM63 we can assign the timelines from which time to which time you need this one, from which time to which time you need that operational mode, and all those things we will do it from here. That is called here. Okay, So that is the operational modes. Then someone posted something. Couple of scenario based questions. So please explain the operational modes. Okay. Can you give few basic examples using this direction how we are able to? Yeah, that is a very long discussion, Jonas. Issues and everything. So a lot of issues. So a lot of issues we faced it manually. Please polite request share the discuss today. Please polite request to share the discuss base. Polite request means what is this, Arshad?
Sir, like regarding generally what tickets basis team will get and how
Okay,
it is all.
okay, okay. That is fine. How to resolve them? So the issues for my customer, your customer, and another customer, it's not the same. It's a different issues we may face it, but sometimes it may be related. Sometimes it may related here. So coming to the questions, the issues, whatever the issues we faced it out. Let me talk about the some real time scenarios and issues which I faced, right? So I will explain those things here. So the long back. Okay, why should I go for long back here? Recently only, one of the GRC.
Ravi, just to give you a background about these questions is if we get like an idea about like one or two questions, because most likely in the interview process, they will ask us like something that we have faced in our recent project, right? So just to get an idea of like how to answer those questions, if we know like what kind of issues we have faced, that would be helpful going forward. We have seen the issues in the system. Like the transport's not working or the background job not running, background job running for too long, system running into issues. But I'm talking about like the P1 issues where you have to like act right away in the production instance, those type of issues where you have not you might have to like come into, and if you can give like a couple of examples on that, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I'm okay to give it, but we have only 15 minutes time. That will become in the discussion time, but that's fine. I can give you up to whatever we have time. But it's a very beautiful. Okay, definitely I can give it. I can help you, but I need to recollect all those things, right? So that's the thing here. Day-to-day issues and P1, P2, I can give you. So, but the thing is, okay. So the recently only when I'm doing the upgrade, okay, when I'm doing the upgrade, so the GRC, so system got down suddenly, all of sudden GRC system got down suddenly here. So when I'm doing the upgrade, so in that case, when I started investigating and checking, so I see during the upgrade procedure, due to the memory issues, the index server got restarted. Index server got so restarted here. Because of that reason, because of that reason, so the index server got restarted. Why? Because during the upgrade time, some created the shadow. Some created the shadow system here. Some created the shadow system here. During the upgrade time, some created shadow system here. During the shadow system creation, some created. So it's required the additional memory and CPUs are required. So it used the existing one. It used the existing resources. It used the existing resources so that index server does not have enough memory, free memory, so that index server got restarted. So immediately entire system will hung status again. So then to fix the issue, then we don't have any approval to increase the memory also here. We don't have any approval to We don't have any approval to increase the, so all those things. So then what we did is, so for the shadow system, we have decreased the, we have decreased the 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 process here. The shadow system, we have decreased the process here. Uptime how many, downtime how many, this we decreased it. So then after that, we proceeded to the next step here. Why? Because during the uptime, we given the more number of process here to quickly finish the uptime activity. So we decreased the process to fix the issues here. That is what dynamically we can fix it out. That is what we have done it in the during the upgrade GRC time here. So it's not only one GRC issue. So one of the BW system, the functional team, the P1 issue, one of the functional team, so they are unable to they are unable to open the BEX analyzer, BEX analyzer reports, anything, analysis report, analyzer reports here. Analyzer reports, they are unable to open it here. So functional team, they are unable to open the BEX analyzer reports, they are unable to open it here. So they have raised a P1 case, then they have assigned it to our basis team. Then I am there in the shift, I have taken the handle, then I have taken end-to-end flow, how they are doing and what they are doing. And so they are using the one of the BW Java system URL they are opening. And so then they are connecting, they are directly pulling the data from the BW ABAP system here. So what's happening here? They are opening the URL. So they are opening the BEX tool that is connecting to the BW Java system. And that is the BW Java system. They are entering the inputs, they are querying, then it's going to the BW ABAP system that is pulling the data. Then it's giving the results to us. That is the concept here. But what's happening here? So there is a protocol, there is a certificate related issues. There is certificate related issues. Certificates, the SSL related issues. What happened? So after the, what happened here? So here system is, BW system is sending the HTTPS call, but BW system, when it is going to reach the BW system, BW ABAP system, which is going the HTTP request. This is the HTTPS, this is the HTTPS, this is the HTTP, this is the HTTPS, this is the HTTP. Both are not same here. As per SAP thumb rule, if both the protocols are same, then only your page will be opened, the analysis page will be opened. So this is the mixed protocol error. HTTPS and HTTP, this error is called the mixed protocol error. Then we have to open all the URLs in the either HTTP mode, or everything should be in the HTTPS only. Then only your BW team, they can open any reports without any issues. This is what we have identified the issue. Then in the BW system, there is a one table here, RSPOR underscore T underscore portal. There is a table here. In this table, we have to maintain this Java system related details and everything. We have to maintain it here. What is the URL and everything. Then there we went to here. Then everything we have maintained as a HTTPS. Then all the calls are coming from the Java to ABAP as a HTTPS. Then that time the issue got fixed it out here. So this taken 2 days time to investigate it here. Entire flow, what's happening to detect the call. So all those things here. So all those things like, so it's a BEX functional team, everything. Then only get the access, right? We don't have anything here to handle. Then we have asked them to provide the step-by-step document to reproduce the issue. Then they provided the document to us. Then we have reproduced the issue from our side. We are able to face it. Then here I used the browser trace to check the entire flow. Then browser trace here. Then here I used the then HTTP watch trace, HTTP watch trace to identify the issues. So based on the request and the calls, here HTTP watch trace helped me to find out the issues and everything. Then upon checking, there is a one table. So in this table, I have maintained the correction entry. Then that time issue got fixed here. So that is the one of the BW system related one of the error here. And so one more error which I got it. So recently in the ECC, I think, yeah, ECC. So what is that? Yeah, one of our development system getting rebooted. One development system is getting hung, is getting hung every day. Every day is getting hung here. So customer raised the case ticket. So then they asked us to every day it is getting hung. We are getting the restore rebooted. Then one of time it got escalated and I have taken care of this issue and everything. Then what I see here is so some of the sessions, some of the DB level session, because this is also because of the index server crash. Index server crash, then system is going to hang due to memory issues and everything. Then what I observed it here, so there is some long running sessions, so which are not getting cleared. Long running sessions are which are older than are not getting cleared, not getting deleted from the system, not getting cleared from the system. So there is a parameter actually. So there is a session timeout parameter. Yes, session timeout parameters are there. These parameter values are not configured as recommended. That's why the sessions are not getting deleted. So because of the session is live means definitely it will occupy the some amount of memory. Multiple sessions, much of memory, right? So then what I did is I temporarily configured the session timeout parameters. Session timeout parameters I have configured to fix the issues here. So that is the one of the development, this long running. Then some other, so statement memory limitation parameters, then global allocation limitation parameters, then GC related parameters. As per the recommended, we configured it. Then system is running fine as of now without any issues here. So like this, multiple issues we faced it, multiple issues I fixed it. So then if I talk about more, parameters, it's a development system. No one will read the parameters, EWA reports and everything. EWA will be reviewed only production systems. The only people will get the time to review the only production EWA reports, not the developments, no non-production sandboxes here. So unfortunately, we have not read the EWA reports and everything. Then that caused the issues here. Okay. Normally in the EWA, it won't find. So these issues, maybe parameters, they will recommend it, the values, but it should be configured, right? We should be checking all those things, but here it's not checked that one actually. And yes, well, recently one of the Fiori system issue, Fiori issue. So what happened? Fiori system issue. Backups are not happening. Yes, backups are not happening. System is going to hang whenever the backup runs here. Yes, right, exactly. So backups are not happening. When the backup started, system is going to hang. Same. Then people have started investigating. Multiple tickets are created, and finally it got escalated to me. So then I started investigating. I see. So there is a backup parallel mechanisms. Parallel mechanism. So parallel threads. So there is a parallel threads 8 are configured, which means at a time 8 threads will be initiated. Then these 8 threads will consume the lot of memory. Then OS is getting hung. These 8 threads. So system size is very less, but 8 threads. Also, along with the 8 threads, there is a encryption, backup encryption also happening. So which is taking the much time, which is taking less time and more memory will be using for faster backup purpose. Then our guys increased the 8 sessions. Then encryption mechanism also increased. So back INT. So then so backups are not happening. There is a lot of issue. Entire landscape, entire estate. We have same issues. So then what we did is we decreased upon investigating. Okay, because of the encryption and parallel process we have. Then as a trial and error in the sandbox, I changed it to the four parallel threads, Then I disabled the encryption, backup encryption. Then we waited for 1 week. Then we see no failures, nothing happening. The backup systems are running fine, no issues here. That is what we identified. If you have the 8 parallel jobs, 8 jobs will attack the system. 8 jobs will attack the system. The 4 means 4 jobs only will attack the system. It will consume the only small amount of memory. 8 jobs means it's double, right? So, and also encryption. While backup encryption, it will consume the lot of system resources here. So lot of system resources will consume it here. Okay, that causes the issues here. So like that, if I keep on telling, PI said more issues, I fixed it here. And also a lot of issues, we faced it here. Okay, so that's the thing.